Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Hi. Sorry, I was just finishing breakfast. Well, I guess it's lunchtime. Was just finishing an brunch. Yeah, let's go with that. It's definitely breakfast foods,
Pleased to meet you.
It's cool.
So, rumor has it that on a recent Big Jim stream he finally got you to agree to a season 3 of Empires.
Oh wow! Well, look at that. Oh god, I gotta go here. See you. Okay, bye. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hi everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome on in. Hello. I'm gonna ignore that one. Lily, that's the only one I've seen today. Lily, thank you so much for the 11 months. Hope y'all are doing great today. Juan, how we doing? Reddit Doodle, Persephone, hello. USS Montana, Chrissa, Joshua, welcome on in. Sparrow, hello. Bleeding Heart, how we doing? Burb, what's up? JJ Bird, hello. Pumpkinhead, what's up? Brunch Tones fans here. I mean, I just literally had some oat milk yogurt with a little bit of cereal on top. We got some honey peanut butter on there. We got some blueberries and little coconut shavings on top.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey, fWhip.
Oh, hey, Self, thank you so much for the first sub over on Twitch today. Thank you. 5 months. Appreciate ya. Welcome on in, everybody. Pooch, thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate you. They have oat milk yogurt. Yeah, it's really good. I'm dairy free, so but I love yogurt. So I do enjoy. So it's a good little breakfast. Just eating a box of cereal, no milk. Why are you eating the box? You should be eating the cereal inside the box. When you come on, USS Montana. I know you're a smart cookie. What are we building today? Today we're gonna have some fun.
Waving hand emoji.
And by that, I'm scared of what we're gonna be doing. Violet Chewy, thanks for the 1 year. Congratulations on the full-grown tree. Thank you so much. But sorry, clearing my throat still.
Pleased to meet you.
What I would like to do on stream today. What I want to do on stream today is we're gonna work on these 2 houses here. We're gonna hopefully get that little market stall finished up, and then I want to start designing a boat to go here. That's the part I'm scared about, but we need to turn these houses into things first. Cow Lord, thank you for the 23 months, my dude. I appreciate you. Doing homework for my first day of college right now. What do you mean you didn't have a syllabus day? What the heck is that? You got scammed, dude. Absolute scammage. It's been a bit since I built in here, but I'm kind of thinking it might work out well of the base of this one. We don't do it too often, but I do like having some deep slate, like darker base houses in here.
Pleased
so we can have this be like the darkest color and then shade it lighter as it goes.
_ fWhipog.
I don't need any of those. Who was that? Who was that? So thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. Right, we did like 2 little doors over on this side, I believe. Let's punch out another window right there just so you can see inside. Excellent.
Since we are training.
We're training? What are we training for? Burp, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate you. Did I fill in a window? I don't think I filled in a window. Maybe I just... I don't know. We'll vibe. Those are going to be doors, probably. I don't know. Could be walls.
Many greetings.
Violet Chewy, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate you. Thank you. Training for hype train, apparently. Oh. What do we want to do with these to make them a little bit lighter? Ooh, we could bring in some pale oak. That could be kind of good. We could do pale oak, and then we could do... what's another step lighter than pale oak? Oh, that goes all the way up to here? Really? Ow, that's so wrong.
I am feeling blue for that house. How, Ike? but blue would be cool.
Blue, abadee-boo-doo-ba-da. We could be feeling blue, abadoo-ba-da-doo. We'll figure it out. Maybe we can try some. What, we could try like warped wood. This is kind of the best blue that we have.
What is your opinion if Minecraft should add more realistic things?
I think Minecraft should definitely add more realistic animals. I like I don't really agree with Minecraft's philosophy on not adding real animals unless they have no purpose because they don't want players to be harming the animals. I think that's just a very weird take. So I would like Minecraft to be more open to adding real world animals. As far as other realistic things, I mean, it depends on the thing. Like I don't think we need modern day realistic things. Like I don't think Minecraft ever needs guns in it. I don't think Minecraft ever needs like working cars. Like none of that type of stuff I think fits Minecraft. Like I don't think we need airplanes or any of those sorts of things, but
anyways, biddies fWhip spin.
Sup, thank you for the bits. Daniel, thank you for the dono. I appreciate it. Yeah, we can try this with the warped. We'll see what we turn it. I want to lighten it for sure. I know it's not really blue. Oh, speaking of which, have y'all ever played the board game Hues and Clues? This is me showing off right now. We played it this weekend. And me being the colorblind guy,
Timmy
I won.
Has yet to die on festival. Someone needs to kill him.
I won. It was great. But it's a good game. If y'all haven't played it, it's this one. It's a really, really fun game. Basically, somebody gets a card like this, and you have to then give a one-word clue to get people to put their tiles around, and then if you're the clue giver, you get points based off of how many people get in the middle. And like this one, that would be their color in the middle right there. And then you can kind of it's fun. But yeah, me, the colorblind guy, won this weekend. Pretty great. So anyways, just felt like an absolute need to share that one. Yeah, let's do this in here. That should be good. We need something a little bit lighter. I don't know if acacia is gonna work out. I mean, acacia could be our lightest tone. That could probably work. Oh well. That's kind of a nice little just simple color. Why aren't you doing the copy thing? Oh, because it went down there. Got it. And then just like a little like it's a little too messy for my liking right now. So we need to figure out something, but I'm okay with this generally. I think for the framing, we might want to lighten it up a bit because it seems a little dark right now. I don't know if this is the right answer, but we're gonna just try this. I also think this wall is super flat, so we definitely need to bring something on this side to fix that up, but it's at least getting somewhere. Also, I didn't know Jimmy hadn't died on festival yet, so you know, we can definitely help organize that, but I can't be mean to Jimmy on every SMP. Just like it has to be like almost every SMP, you know? Why are you not using azalea leaves or flowering azalea leaves for your custom trees? I use azalea leaves a lot in my custom trees. Flowering azalea leaves, I only put if I plan for the tree to be flowering, because I don't want to have like every single tree randomly just have flowers on it. So that's kind of like a case by case basis if there's going to be, and at that point, oh hello, that's wrong. I like to just put a few in there to make it look like maybe just a side of the plant or part of the plant is flowering instead of the entire thing, because I think it looks a little bit more realistic. But yeah, we add them in every once in a while. Okay. This can be our base framing. I don't know if any of these things are going to stay, but I like it for now. We need to finish detailing around our doors and windows and things.
Keep it real.
So more Stone Age things? Or what?
More, oh, like if there's more things added to Minecraft. Yeah, I think Minecraft definitely, I think, needs to lend into adding more realism in terms of animal life around the world, because that's just an easy way to make it feel alive. And there's a lot of things that I think could be simple ads that I would just love in Minecraft. Like, why don't we have birds? I would love a bird in Minecraft. Just little Tweety birds flying around and things. Like, I can hear them out my window right now, and I love them so much. So I'd love for them to do something like that. Don't love this. But I think there's a lot that could be done in terms of adding just more ambience through real things into Minecraft that could really enhance Minecraft a lot. That I would love to have those sorts of things added into the game. But I think outside of that, it would be more going into like fantastical stuff in terms of like some Stone Age things could be cool, but I think also being able to have more magic elements, like growing off of what we can do with the enchanting table. Because if you think about it, the enchanting table has been brought into the game, and it very much said magic exists in Minecraft. There is magic in Minecraft. There's literally floating symbols being pulled off of these books into the table, giving it power. Magic 100% exists in this game. And I would love to see more things leveraged off of that, because it's such an open door. There's so many more spaces that we could have things that we're creating and building and forming in our Minecraft worlds that can have some sort of magic element to them, which I think could be really, really cool. So, I don't know. Put a little balcony on this house. Yeah, I'm thinking a little balcony maybe here, and honestly, maybe another one up there could be kind of cool. Let's see. If we do one kind of, actually, that's a little low. So this will be a super skinny one here. Little door on that guy. I've been enjoying doing this with the balconies, where we do a shelf along the edge. Here and here. And we just take our trapdoor, flip him up, and send him down. And that's a nice little balcony there. I like that one. I think that could work out pretty well. And then up here, it might be weird if it was much bigger. So maybe we just literally do the same thing. And pop that in right here. That's kind of cool. I think it'll work. Because then we could get a little... I think I have a window up there. Then we could have window and...
Pleased to meet you.
Windows like that. I don't know. Probably. Probably want another window here. I guess... I guess one thing that we need to do that we haven't done yet is turning all of this into warp wood, because it does not need to be yellow concrete anymore. Oh, we never took this log all the way down. Ooh. You You should build Rocky ship from Hail Mary. I think that's a little futuristic for me, but I do love it. That honestly would be an insanely cool build to make in Minecraft. We rewatched that movie recently. So good. So good. Ugh. Such a good movie. Okay, do we want to keep the more teal-y color that we, or cyan-y color that we have with our warp wood, which kind of leads us into this palette, or do we want to go more towards that blue? Like if we were to take ourselves like into, I mean, blue's kind of hard. What do we have like actual blues? Because we'd have light blue terracotta. What if we did that in here? Nope. See, there's like no blues in Minecraft. I got one over here. But I want like a light blue. I want like more stuff around the light blue terracotta. I'm gonna be honest.
Hello, fWhip. Happy
Basically
Monday.
A perfect movie.
I am
pretty
currently building my medieval city, but the terraforming is boring and has to be done. Watching your builds and videos helps me. Keep up the great work.
I feel you. Sometimes that terraforming just goes, ugh, are we still doing this? Do we commit to this? Hey, Stam, how we doing? How's college going? Or university, as you Europeans call it. What blues do we have? If I were to put blue terracotta in here, see, that basically just goes dark, dude. That's blue terracotta's like purple. What if, okay, what goes in between these? I mean, I do have a decent amount of lapis. As in, like, lapis ore. I've been collecting it. See, that doesn't even feel that blue. How long will it take me to build a rocky ship in Minecraft? Depends on the scale you're going for. If you're going 1-to-1, that ship was huge. Yeah, I think we might stick with the warped. I just don't think Minecraft has many good blue colors. Let's go here. We can grab ourselves warp block. That can be decent. Ooh, dark prismarine could be our shadow. That could be kind of fun. So it'd be like a that, and then we want to go to here, and that could be our highlight. Can probably be, what's this look like for a block palette right here? Yeah, I think that could work. This is gonna be a very dark house overall, but I think we can do something with it. The roof will be interesting, but I'm liking the direction it's going. It's gonna be fun. Get some little shadows in here. We'll have our highlight-ish, our most highlighted blocks in here, making apparently the number one. Do something like that, maybe. That looks decent. I think so. This we won't do the full highlight. We'll just leave the little bits of the concrete powder up here to the top. And then we would have a little bit of a shadow here because that's casting it down. From here, then we're gonna have a little, I have so much of this stuff that I just don't know what to do with it, so I'm kind of like forcing it into the build here a bit. I think it's still gonna look nice, but it's definitely not something I would reach for normally. A little, do this. It's a little something. I don't know what that something is quite yet, but it's a little something. This top, we're gonna have the stairs. What type of roof do we want to throw on this thing? I'm kind of leaning towards like a wood or a tile. Honestly, we might just go with spruce for now as a temporary placeholder. Because we're gonna need to figure out this thing pretty quickly for it could be pretty spookies, but that's okay. Over here, and it goes like that. Perfect. We're definitely gonna need to figure out what we're doing on top. Lighter roof. Is there a keybind to copy the orientation of a block and axiom? Yeah, you just control C. Anima, I just sent your message. I agree. I don't think Minecraft will ever add those, but I agree. Could be fun. Share pretty grady with sulfur or cinnabar. What do we got? What do we got? Here's sulfur. You got sulfur regular, you got the sulfur brick, you got granite, you got regular brick. You can even work in some terracottas. You can even move those towards dead coral like here.
Crazy stuff.
But you can even work in like pink terracotta and regular terracotta, and through that you can go to dead corals and dripstone blocks and all that. As far as sulfur goes, we got a little bit of that right down here, going from oak to sulfur, then to birch, and then into sandstones, then endstone. You got a lot. Oh, there's even cinnabar right down there from that into dead coral through light gray terracotta. Mud brick would it be solid? Yeah, we'll texture the top of this a little bit more. Thomas, thank you so very much for the 60 months, my dude. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Anyways, back into this thing. We need to finish texturing. What do we want to do for the windows? Part of me says that we just go with grates, because grates are always pretty great. Terrible joke. I'm so sorry. That's a little bright though, so I'm thinking instead of them being there at the front, what if we sink them back a block? It might look a little bit better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And then what we can also do in here, just to give it a bit better of a frame to it, is the top here. We can just throw in a spruce trapdoor, and that's going to make it look like it's got a more supported window frame. I think that's going to help a lot. We also need to get this little railing around this guy here that I made. Yeah, I like how this is coming together. The wall's still very flat. We're gonna figure that out. This side's looking a little bit better here. We could almost have somehow like having a cloth coming from there over to here could be kind of cute. Like just a hanging banner or something, but I'm afraid that would block the sightline to that building. So it might have to come later, but maybe it's even just like something into that guy. I don't know. For now though, I think it looks decent. We are cutting down on the possible interior space quite a lot by doing this, but that's not a problem for me. That's a problem for you. Haha, have fun. I make pretty exteriors, and then you're not allowed to ruin them. Down here, though, I will put that flush, because, you know, that's weird otherwise. I do need to touch a few of the logs up down here so that they're not showing their wood, and I think it's actually only the one. We don't want to see the bark. Can never go wrong with a tree. Yeah, a tree would be hard here because I really want the market stall right there. So that's going to give a bit of height to it. And we definitely don't have space for a tree on this inside because apparently I said, you know what? Let's have a house right here. That's just going to have a window looking out into this. Honestly, what we might do for this guy. Let me test something here real quick. If we were to just do this with what's like the probably just an oak trapdoor, and then we do signs in here, maybe. Does it kind of give the idea that it's still a window poking out a little bit? It doesn't have the roof to it, but we could just take this and it could kind of give the idea that it's a window. Honestly, yeah, that kind of works. I think that actually does the trick fairly well. I wish we could get those stairs to be half the width coming out. Can we get half stairs, please? That'd be lovely, Minecraft. Thank you. You and Linksy are the goats. Thank you for putting me first in that one. I'm just kidding. We love Link. Link's a good dude. I'm gonna have to go get so much ink. It's gonna be so sad. I guess we kind of did the light coming from that way, but I think that is decent. Yeah, it's still pretty flat. We need something coming out in front of it, very much so. But I like it. We've got our base shapes in. Now we need to deal with all of the set dressing to really make it look all purty. Let's grab our logs first, and what we can do it here is we can grab a little bit of our mangrove log. We can grab a little probably dark oak log, and then that's gonna be okay. So this will bring us back towards the oak, and this is how we can do a little bit of shadowing. That's, oh, I forgot to do this wall. We'll come back for that. We're gonna with shading is the word I was trying to say there, not shading. No, it's not a fish. It kind of is fish colored. Where's Prismarine in the build? So is it a fish? Speaking of fish, I've been playing, very weird segue here. I've been playing Fields of Mystria since the 1.0 update came out. I finally bought it. If y'all are fans of Stardew Valley, definitely check it out. I would highly recommend. I'm kind of thinking about streaming it too. So I've been very much just playing it solo, but I was like, maybe once I get a little it would be kind of fun to start like a stream farm doing stuff in it. I really want to find some time to stream non-Minecraft stuff. I feel like that always pops in my brain whenever I'm so extremely busy. Of course, right now I'm just so extremely busy. So then I'm like, yeah, let's find time to stream everything. Do we want to try adding a little bit of an accent color here with some acacia? How would that look? If we did... I was going to say it'd be cool to have like, just like... Oh, we need to texture this up here still. But what if we just did some acacia here back in the shadow so it doesn't pop out as much? It'll make it harder to walk through this space, but I feel like I kind of like it. I kind of like that. It looks very much like a burnt orange back there. That's fun. But before we get too far in, and I keep forgetting this, let's just texture it real quick. I'm just going to do kind of some noise in here because it's really not that prominent of a space. So I'm gonna try and just like do a
Keep it
little
real.
cheap stuff.
I made a post on Twitter about Minecraft needs more crops and more animals. And we need more pink, purple, yellow, blue and white blocks.
White blocks? We got a decent amount of white blocks if you go
Foundation
into
could
pale.
be a nice thing to stream from time to time. Cozy City Builder.
Oh, I love Foundation. I've followed that game since they first released into early access. That's a good one. I think I did a video on it years ago. But yeah, Foundation's fun. Yeah, I like the orange back there. That's fun. That's cool. A dessert tree for his town? How many layers of cake do you think I need to do to stack it up to world height? Copper pipes could be too, but not, maybe not city vibes. Yeah, it's probably a little too futuristic. Too modern. I feel like we need more crops and more animals. I agree with you on that 100%. Pink, I feel like we're pretty set on. Like, you got cherry. You got a decent amount of terracottas that can work in pink vibes. And then purple, 100% agree. We definitely need that. Yellow, though, you got bamboo, which is pretty solid. And you got a decent amount in here. I think with the leaves will help with that a lot. Blue and purple, though. Blue, purple, and green. Like a true green. And I mean like this type of green. There is nothing. There's not a single stair or slab in this game that is actually green colored. Besides, your closest is probably your wax weathered cut copper stairs. Like, they're in green tones, but that's not like a true green, you know? Like, that's a very desaturated green. So green is by far what I need. Missing a door. Yeah, I haven't put any doors on yet. Dur. What type of dirt? Ooh, let's continue that pop of the orange. Let's do more orange for our orange door. We'll do copper instead because it's a little less vibrant than the... And it'll be sunken back, so that'll help out a bit. And then what we can also do here that'll help not look so flat in these spaces is I can do the fWhip Classic Campfire. And I also forgot these trapdoors right here too. Above our windows, and that's just going to help give us a little bit extra extension moving forward. And then I want to put some shutters in. I don't know what I want to use for the shutters yet, but I do think we need some window shutters or something in here. Even just some, we could even try, instead of shutters, we could try some signage. That could be kind of cool. So if we were to take, what about a spruce sign line just running across here on our bigger one? That can help divide that up into its own little tiny fourth layer on this one. So it's not 3 and 3, it's 4 and 3, even though visually it's still just 3 layers. That helps a bit, and it comes right across even with that, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. We did forget our windows back here and our door. Okay, well, that's gotta get figured out. Keisha has the trapdoor in the windows. Yeah, do we want to lend even more into this full contrast? Acacia trapdoors are... Ooh, we forgot a window here. Those top ones, I'm not going to. They go into the attic spaces. Those can just kind of exist. Yeah. I like that. I think that looks pretty good. I think the acacia helps bring this in a lot. We were very much missing contrast here, so. Normally on a lot of these, I also do little windowsills in front, but I'm worried that's going to make it a little too busy by doing that. So what we could do is just give the idea that there's a little bit of a lip, but it's been painted over. Is underneath all of these, we can add even more sign lag to our city by just dropping some signs in right here. And it gives just a little bit of something to it. Well, actually, not the top ones. But I feel like for a house, that actually came together pretty well. I like it. We definitely are going to need something more along here, but I'm going to wait on that until we get our market stall in, because we might do a secondary stall right on that edge. But for the first addition to the city today, that worked out really well. I like that one a lot. We need to figure out what the heck we're doing over here next. Non-oxidized copper grates for windows. You're thinking like going with like the regular just waxed copper grate. Give that more orange back in there. Yeah, it looks kind of good. A large chimney on the side. That's not a bad call. We could do... Let's try this. Let's make the chimney out of tuff. And we're gonna go here. We'll break through that. And it's gonna come up to here before it's gonna disappear. And that actually is gonna go all the way up, but then that can squeeze its way. Actually, this shelf can just get rotated to there. That's fine. And then we can have this coming all the way up. Or we can just not have a shelf there. I think that's fine too. And then it'll probably pop up one farther in, which I know is not technically on par. I feel like I want to spend some time soon just coming up with new chimney topper designs. We've got quite a few of them that we use in the city, but I feel like I would love to have some new ones. The grates are pretty great for a block breaking sound. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. All right, let's grab our mud and our exposed copper. And our spruce is now going to be our darkest color for the roof. And then we'll probably just bring in a little bit of... I'm still thinking it's primary spruce, but it's just going to be... That's going to be like our dark... And at the top of this, we could go with some exposed copper bars that'll just run down the entire length here. And then on top of that, I've been really enjoying throwing brown candles in on things. I'm still in my candle era, it's fine. Let's do that. Well, it doesn't make much sense to have this spruce all the way up there at the tippity top. It'll also help add more contrast to the things below. And by spruce being mostly everywhere, I mean it's definitely going to be mud brick mostly everywhere. And then this little section here, because it will become mob spawnable, I'm just going to do a glow lichen, and a glow lichen. And I think that'll pretty much get everything up there. Are you still playing on Festival? Yep, episode 2 will be out this week. That right there is going to work out for a good first house for us. Any reason for the witch hunting on the DC rules? Just joined, so I just noticed. I don't know what you mean by witch hunting. I will leave this boring live. Okay, go have fun playing Roblox. Have fun over there. Make sure you swipe your parents' credit card many times. That's the only way you can have fun. So go have fun. I guess I don't need this installed anymore. It's not really needed, so we're just gonna mute all that. Green next? Green? We could try green. Also, nobody ever swipe your parents' credit card many times. Never swipe parent credit card regardless, but unless they tell you you can. But even then, that double check. Never say I did it because fWhip said I could. That's the main part, actually. I don't know how I was doing that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. 4 letters. They're gonna sell something, but they got 4 letters to do it. Or 4 signs to say what they're selling. Hey, Moss, how we doing? Welcome on in. Actually, I would like these to be only attached to the top so we can get some fun rotation on it. Isn't that so much more fun, funky, and fresh? Exactly. Do we need those? I don't know if we do. I don't think we do. I don't know what I'm looking for. Obviously not potions or armor trims or enchanted books or mob eggs. The Ravager spawn egg looks super funny. What? It's been so long since I've looked at these things. That is so goofy looking. I love him. Fun, funky, and fresh. What is this? Deodorant? No, I'm a 90s kid. Leave me alone. Do ideas and gradients come to you naturally, or is there a secret behind your amazing builds? It's a lot of just practice, I'll be honest. I've been building in this game for many moons. So eventually, when you've been building enough, you start to remember trends of how things worked, or stuff that's worked. Yeah, pretty much just like stuff that's worked in the past. Then you're just like, oh, but what if I just tried that again here? Wow, it worked again. It's honestly most of what it is. I do try and keep coming up with new things, but there's a lot of stuff that I've like done in the past that I'm like, okay, yeah, this has worked previously, so let's try that again here and see what happens. I wish I could say I'm like ripping new ideas fresh off the dome every single time we make something, but no, unfortunately, even alas, I am not that good at the game. As many moons. Seems like a warrior cat, so I don't know what that is, so if it is, it wasn't unintentional. I don't know why I grabbed this fence, but I did. Let's just pick a log. I guess I did dark oak already, so we're just gonna dark oak log it.
Keep it real.
Who's that? Mythical Snossage, thank you for the raid. Hope we all were having fun festivaling. What did we get up to? I know I came over and said hi for a minute. I was gonna stick around longer, but then I had to work out before streaming, and then I wanted to stream on there today, but y'all started so early. I knew everybody was gonna log off as soon as I really got into streaming. Is it gonna be one of those where I'm like, hey everybody, I'm here, and they're like, ooh, we're just leaving. Great to see you though. I'm like, okay, bye. YouTube friends, click the like button if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton, so I really, really do appreciate it. YouTube seems to be being weird again, so any support really, really helps. Time zones are evil like that? I know. The worst. Well, for those who are just jumping in, we are working in my hardcore world today. We're just doing a little bit of building. Trying to flesh out some more of the city houses for the latest expansion to the big old city. So we're slowly working through a lot of these guys here. And the goal today is these two houses, and then we're gonna stress ourselves out over building a boat. It's gonna be super fun. Also, I forgot I could mark that as ready to go because he's ready. Woo! I'm so excited. I guess this would probably also be something like that. I think I want the bottom here to be tough brick. Something like this. I don't really know. Critter Lake has what, like 13 different types of trees? Oh, I got no idea. Probably. I would honestly guess more than that. Boating on stream seems like a brave choice. It's okay. It'll get the people going or something. I'm now officially a licensed boat captain, so it's good. I have to be able to boat now. I took my boating license test a week or two ago, and now I can officially drive boat. So now I have to be able to make boat too. I'm pretty sure that's the next step in the process. It's the same height as that one, so we're just gonna simple cut it with a slab. We might break up the roof of this guy with some windows or something. With the boatman, I'm trying. Actually, no part of me wants to own a boat ever. They're so expensive to maintain and everything. No part of me wants to do that, but I did grow up with a boat. My dad had one when we were kids, so like I'm very familiar around boats and all that stuff, and comfortable driving them and everything. And my aunt recently was like, hey, if you guys want to take out our boat whenever you want, you're more than welcome. And so I was like, okay, cool, sure. And then I told my wife about it, and she was like, you have to get your boating license right now. We have to go on boat. And I was like, okay. How'd you do with the parallel parking? Oh no, boating exam, you just literally take a test online. You don't have to give it. That's the scary part, is you don't have to give it any proof that you can actually drive a boat to get a boating license. You literally just have to know the terms. There's zero requirement to, at least in Washington, to take a physical test to get that. It's crazy. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm good now. Let's wrap this here. I think this could be kind of nice. Kind of sounds sketchy though. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of people that have boating licenses that probably shouldn't have boating licenses, and I hope to just not be one of those. No, I'm very careful and safe when, especially operating boats. But yeah, so we took my aunt's boat out, not this weekend, but last weekend on Lake Washington for the day, and just floated around, and I had a lovely, lovely time swimming in the lake. It was great. What's my favorite fruit? That's a good question. What is my favorite fruit? It's definitely in like a melon. Honestly, like a really, really good honeydew melon. I really, really like that. Very in. Boating licenses are so easy to get, and it's painfully obvious when you pay attention to how bad so many drivers are on the water. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's also pretty easy to get driver's license, and the fact that I feel like it's more so with drivers. I mean, obviously boating license is a big thing too, but big time with driver's license, I feel like there's the fact in the US that you take it once, you get it, and you're good, and you never have to like test again.
Pleased to meet you.
Apparently,
unless something bad happens. Is like a
fWhip cozy. Also, can I claim the cyan building to do the interior? Just kidding. _fWhip yavu colon _fWhip
I still haven't even uploaded all those
_fWhip heart.
or those to the server. This thing's like 8 months until it's on the server, so you know, leave a spot open in your list. Watch for the ping in the Discord in about 6, 7, 8 months. I honestly couldn't tell you the difference between a golden honeydew or a regular honeydew. Couldn't tell you. Gotta check my boating laws. Curious now. Yeah. But yeah, the fact that so many people, like, there's a lot of people who I'm just
Pleased
like,
to meet you.
there should be like a second round of driver's license test, like every 3, maybe 4 times you renew it. So it's like what, every 20 years, or is that every 40 years? Then you kind of just, you know, have to do a little refresher on all of it. I feel like that could be probably kind of good. I don't know. I'm just a man who plays with little blocks in a video game on the internet, so what do I know? I'm kind of thinking the grates here I'm not a big fan of. I think we might go with oak trapdoors. Then we're not double grading, you know? Oh, I didn't even put one on there. Yeah, see, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then for this one, well, actually, before I start decorating, we need to figure out what color we're doing for it. We are doing... I don't want to do purple. I like Lello. Kind of liking Lello. Yeah, let's try Lello. Also, I know I'm so behind, but I finally started Dungeon Crawler Carl Book 8 last night. Or like 2 nights ago. I'm slowly catching up, but it's been so good. I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. Can't wait for these walls to come alive with bees unable to escape their hives. A lot of color around here. Why not? It's a harbor. Need more color. Need color in our lives. As this is going to be probably very, very desaturated, so it's fine. Anything? Oh, you're saying oak is in between. Yeah, I guess oak is kind of in between those. The hay's kind of darker than the yellow, too. Yeah, we have a yellow house, we have a cyan house, we have an orange house, we have a pink house, we have a pink house, we have a gray house. We've got a yellowy something. Okay, there's a lot of color on this side of the city. It's okay. Over here, what we've got like a... Oh, we haven't done a white one yet, so I'll have to keep that in mind. We need to do that like white and gray. Need to bring that back in. Just have wood, pink, yellowy, white, orange, red. Yeah, we're kind of still keeping the same. This is probably the most out there for what we have. There are lots of colors in a harbor for sure. What about a zip line or ski lift up the mountain? We're not quite in that era of technology, probably. It's fine. Yellow terracotta we've got plenty of, so that shouldn't be a huge issue to get. I want to bring boom, 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 boom. It's mostly wooden, just with like yellowy accents to it. Ever consider adding villagers or armor stands around the city? No to both, because they're so incredibly laggy when you have mass amounts. And this city is already so incredibly laggy because of mass amounts of entities through signs and candles aren't an entity. But there's just a lot of detail and everything thrown into this place already that if I were to add in signs or anything... We might come into even, or not signs. Signs are everywhere. If I were to add armor stands or villagers, that might actually cause my computer to die when trying to move around the city. This in here, that can go, that can go, that can go. That needs to be something. I'm thinking it honestly shall just be some spruce. We haven't textured the bottom yet, so we'll have to do that here in a minute. Actually, I am kind of following the rule in the city. I'm not 100% on it, but it's a goal to be more close to 100% of if there's ever ground floor windows, they're grates so that they're just like a little bit more secure. If it was cleaned up enough, you'd maybe put like one of each shop in each shop or something. But yeah, much lag. Yeah, it would be really cool, not gonna lie, to be able to have villagers roam around and do, but also there's probably hundreds of barrels, so everybody would be a fisherman. And that doesn't even take into account the chance of there being just so many other things around that they would just get hooked on. Let me try some deep slate iron ore. We'll try some reinforced deep slate. That'll be great. No, I unfortunately cannot do that. Is deep slate iron ore really that much brighter? Yeah, never mind. Not that. Maybe just do a little bit deep slate instead. I like to make sure if I'm using bricks, I'm keeping most, like, on the outsides, like every other is a brick going up. I think it helps add a little bit more to that structured look to all of it. So I'm trying to do it every once in a while. Or I try and keep it consistent on these. So that would be here. Boom, boom, boom. No, that's wrong. Boop, boop, boop. What do we want to do for a door in here? And then we can have a lantern hanging off the front here probably, because why not? Gives ourselves a lot of light around here. Surprised by how fast August went by. It's my birthday next Wednesday, and I thought it was this Wednesday, and you thought it was next Wednesday. Oof. Yeah. I feel like the end of the summer is flying. My friends on YouTube, do me a solid and click the like button if you haven't already. Helps me out a ton, so I really do appreciate it. I really like how texturing looks, but hate doing it in survival without schematics. Yeah. Yeah. Big agree. This whole year. True. I feel like that's been the case for the last few years.
Pleased to meet you.
Another month, another coin to the fWhipper.
Saithra, thank you for tossing the coin over. I do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hate when they're even. I'm extending that down. Yeah, it's getting there. And I think for this.
Pleased to meet you.
Has it really been 55 months already?
Cute little rainbows. Thank you so very much. I guess it has. Speaking of things flying by, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's absolutely amazing. Almost got the 5-year tree. You're working your way through the whole rainbow. Do you have any tips for steampunk bills for Minecraft? Are we talking like duck bills? Are we talking dollar bills? Like what type of bills are we talking? Sorry, bad joke. I'm assuming you mean
Pleased
bills.
to meet you.
I tend to just throw gears everywhere and chains and bars and things, and I don't know. I don't do too much steampunk building, I'll be honest. Steampunk is actually like one of my least favorite build styles to make in Minecraft because I feel like it was the thing to do back in the early days of Minecraft. And I just can't Can't do it, man. I just can't bring myself to do it. I've done a little bit, like some steampunky elements, but yeah, I don't really do steampunk a whole lot. Oh, my texture pack's not on. I was like, why does this look weird? What am I doing? Yep, reload everything. Laggy, laggy, lag. Getting there. I feel like I'm over here being like, I don't know. I'm gonna try real quick. Kind of like that. Because we have the beehives down there. We needed something going along, so I think that actually helps. No festival SMB today. No, we got a video coming on Thursday, so I didn't really want to spoil what I had going on already. And I was going to log into festival because today, for those who aren't aware, Monday is supposed to be festival day. Like on the server, we all came to the decision that Mondays was like the day where everybody logs in. So I was actually on for 2 hours or so before stream started, just goofing around, hanging out with people. And then I was thinking about it, and as I was making my pre-stream for it, I got it all set. I got a thumbnail made and everything. And then I was like, everybody's been on for like 4 hours. What's the chance that they stay on when I start my stream? And then I decided that I was going to do this. And I'm really happy that I did. Because as soon as I started streaming, everybody else ended their stream. Everybody who's on the server just goes, done. Like Sausage rated into here, which is absolutely awesome of him. I appreciate that, especially for anybody who's still hanging. And then, but I was like, yeah, that kind of proved that point. So it was fun streaming on there last Wednesday when we did, but I don't know. I don't do good on SMPs when I'm the only one online, because I get to a point where I'm like, why am I doing this? My brain just starts to go, why am I wasting time? Not that it's time wasted, but it's like what my brain starts to do is it just starts to go, why am I wasting time playing on here when I could go be working on the hardcore world? That's like, for me, this is the world that I care about more. Like, why am I? And so I have a really hard time, especially if I have like already have the next video, oopsies, done for it. I kind of get very much in my head of being like, well, if nobody else is online, I'm not gonna log on, which is not great. But it's also still true that, like, the unfortunate truth is the hardcore videos, I know we're only one episode of Festival in, but episode 1 of Festival didn't exactly a bang, as some might say. So it did well. It did all right. But for an episode 1, which is hard to, as a YouTuber, to not throw your episode 1 in as being like, all right, this is the peak, this is the most this views this series is ever gonna get. Like, it's very easy to stupidly go into that point because it's not true. You can very much pick up SMPs later, but it didn't do quite as well I would have hoped it would do. But I'm gonna keep going on it. I'm not giving up or anything. But like for streams and things, if nobody else is on, like I'm not streaming. Can you remind me how to change the settings in Axiom? Lets you place slabs. Yeah, it's here. You hold the left alt toolbox, type replace. Turn that on. In the middle of this road, I'm kind of thinking we do like a little thing. So what can we get? Load. Smooth. Ooh, can I like structure it in front of here? And then if we do some like light gray glazed terracotta. And then we'll have like a prismarine in the middle that we'll just throw a glow icon on so it's not like too crazy looking. And then maybe andesite. Something like that maybe. Kind of cool. Just here, or just like a little thing like etched into the floor. A little bright compared to everything else. If we did brick around it, could the grout lines help a touch? Yeah, I think it actually blends a little bit better in the brick. So let's do like a brick and granite splotch in the road here, as if they've like redone this whole plaza. The grout lines will help a lot with this feeling. A little bit better.
You missed my member message cries.
Gutter Girls, I'm so sorry. Did you? Did I really? Did I really? Oh, with the 19 months. Thank you so much. Oh, I mean, the more important part, just got accepted in my top choice college to study forensic anthropology. Okay, doing smart people stuff over here, but thank you so very much for the 19 months. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry I missed that one, but congratulations. That's so huge. Forensic anthropology. What's... I don't know what that is. I mean, like, I have a guess, but I feel like my guess is wrong. Probably a lot more than what my guess would be. Isn't forensics like bones and stuff, and Plaza is newer lore-wise? Yeah, maybe. Would it look weird if we did like a few of these as andesite? Like older stones. What I really, really would love to do is be able to tone this stuff down. So maybe just the entire middle is glow likened. No, I think I gotta get rid of the prismarine. Bones? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm pretty sure. Let's do copper ore in the middle. Yeah, I like that. That works. I mean, where we'll be seeing it is like floor here. And that looks good. I like that. Okay, cool. That's the little plaza. I think I'm gonna leave it without those. And just kind of, we'll just vibe with it like this. I don't think the glow liken's needed anymore, but we do need a little spawn proofing, so maybe we can cover that one, and then we'll cover that, and that'll like spawn proof enough of this space. We need a little spawn proofing over here, but we haven't built that structure yet, so it's fine. White concrete would be, I feel like it'd be way too vibrant. I don't love how small this is at that level, so I think... going to be unfortunately having to expand that. Like this. Nope. It was just a little too skinny to be able to get carts through easily without it looking like they'd be like going at an angle. That'll work. I just leave this slabbed up. I feel like that being in here is kind of a weird one. Without just slabbing. Yeah, we'll just do that. That works. There, and then what if we did like bam bam? That kind of works. Sure. Does Lightmatica place things in shelves? No, you have to manually do that. Or if it does, I don't know how to do it. All right, ideas for this market stall right next to us. What do y'all think the market stall should be selling? It's gonna be right there at the corner. I don't know what to give it. But that street in there is looking pretty good. That'll come up to there. We can deal with that later. I love that the sculptor is up here and he's just got his own private road pretty much. I'm just gonna say the lore is he carved it out himself. Fish. Lights and lanterns. Toy swords for kids. Candles or books. Honey. Candles. Kelp trust. Should sell fish. Parrots. You want me to sell parrots? Those aren't native to here. Actually, there are quite a lot of burbs. Flower shop. Let's see what we got over here. Axolotls. Bro, I ain't selling axolotls. Those deserve to be wild. We've got fish. We've got fish. We've got trinkets. We've got little food stall. And we've got random stuff. I'm kind of thinking candles. Legos. I'm in. I got 2 new Legos for my birthday. I'm very excited. I got the Game Boy Advanced Lego, and then I also got the hanging plant Lego. I'm very excited about them. I think they're downstairs still, but I need to build them soon. I'll put them both back up on the wall there. We can do a little candle shop in here. I think we can make a candle shop happen. It was axolotls who would kill him. Whoa! What's this hostility about? Whoa! Let's make it out of bamboo, cause why not? Thinking we go a bam and a boo. A little slab. And then we can also have a like second shelf up here. That's gonna be like a boom, boom, probably boom, boom. And then we can have, maybe they come out this way too. We'll get some funky candles in here. Let's do some orange. Let's do some cyan. Let's do some blue. Let's do some green. Some regulars. We got some candles, you know. And then they can also have probably a little beehive. Boom, boom. These ones, they're like, these are candles for show. And I would like to cover it. We need to figure out how to get a little tent cover on this thing. I could just extend this up. Bam. And that can kind of be the post under there. And I think we'll go with some pale oak for the top. And then it's gonna just be, they've somehow just not gotten in trouble for setting up completely over the walkway to get down underneath. that's what we're going with. That's the lore. They're completely causing problems and just nobody has called them on it. Or they're just offering a little bit of a covered walkway for people who can't get to it. So you're gonna have something like in here. No, that needs to be bam and bam. Right there and there. And then we need to get a line from this guy. Not you, not you, not you. To you. Let me just figure out what this middle is gonna look like. Probably something like that. That looks decent and we can still see through it, so that's okay with me. And I want to throw a glow lichen on top just in case it's spawnable anywhere. Just in case. It doesn't look like it's gonna... Actually, we could probably just throw the glow lichen underneath here, and that'll be enough to get the light level out there. What's Hades talking about now? Are you talking about what specifically? The pothos plant. Hades, I wish I could send you a picture of the pothos plant that we have downstairs in our house that my wife's been growing. It literally spans across our entire living room. We have a big, huge... Here, I'll give you... You'll enjoy this. Our living room has a... let's see. Bam. Yeah, this is just gonna be my giant living room here. But our living room has a exposed beam going along it, and we have a pothos plant that started here. I'm not gonna build it, but we have it like sitting in a pot right here, and it spans all the way over there, and it's like starting to make its way back. It like spans wall to wall, and it's my wife has it like hanging off little clips across the whole thing. Their leaves can get like 1 to 2 feet long. Oh, ours just keeps climbing. But no, they're small leaves. They're like maybe that big. My guy over here, I need to get a better support for him, but he just had a new leaf unfurl and it's got like 4 cuts in it, and it's so cool. Why do I want to see that if it's true? I don't want to dox my own house, but so I don't really share photos of downstairs, but maybe I'll see if I'll maybe throw it in the mod chat or something. At least if one of you leaks it, I know where you are. We need to still do the roof on this, and it needs a little chimney coming out the top. I think in the chimney, we're just going to do a little classic. Finish this guy. We can just do boom, boom. Oh. Don't post your living room. Feel free to send me any plant photos, though.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, it's just hard to show
50
that one in
months,
its
that is
entirety
crazy.
without showing the entire room because it's so big. Dang, thank you for the 50 months. Appreciate you. Crazy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I like that. That looks decent for that little top. And then we need to texture the roof, which we've already decided to be deep slate. Past me decided to do that. Why would I ever doubt past me? So we're just going to keep up with that. Do we want to do it to here, or do we want to add like some black stone? What if we do a little black stone? It's like a little teeny tiny little bit of black stone on some corners, maybe. Use shelves for the chimney? Nah, I kind of like them like that. My friends on YouTube, we just said 1,000 people. Just kidding. We're down to 994. But if you can do me a solid and click the like button on YouTube, it helps out a ton. So thank you. And we're going standing mode. It's time. My headphones are all tangled up. Oh, we did leg day yesterday, and I'm like, I need to keep stretching my legs, because otherwise... And my back, dude. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm sore. I'm a little sore. The answer's always more coffee. I don't know. I wanted that stall to be a cheese stall, but it still can be. Just a Baybell stall now. I'm manifesting. We got a few cheese stalls in the place. We got the cheese industry of Path. As for somebody who can't eat cheese, the cheese industry's here going pretty strong. So. Shall we look into boating? Shall we attempt a boat? Oh, we didn't add any highlights to this. Yeah, that'll work. You can't have enough cheese? Oh, believe me, I can have enough cheese. We need to do something in here. I don't know actually what I want to do with those stalls yet, so I'm not going to do anything with them. I was just going to throw some random decor in there, but... Your leg days don't include dumbbell curls, or is that just mine? I think you might be skipping a little bit of leg day there, my dude. I'm going to do one of them because we can just fill it up. We'll do that, and then we'll do like a... Is it mob-proof in here? It is. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Well, then what else can I throw in here that's not mobby stuff? Questions. So many possibilities. Beckles. I hear Cody howling downstairs. I don't know if y'all can hear him. Why do you still have storage in the starter house? Because I haven't made a storage room for those things yet. So I store them in my general storage. Someone seems to procrastinate the boat build. I don't know, BPM. Trying to say something? No, I'm kidding. We'll get to it. Y'all can click the like button, though. Woo! Alright. Pinterest. Do I have anything in here for boats? I don't think I do in Path. I'm looking at my Pinterest boards because I have a lot of Pinterest boards of boats. For all of my boat building, I have so many Pinterest boards of boats. I'm pretty sure I have this one as public. We need something that's like a decent size. The Moby Dick. We could definitely look into doing the Moby Dick. It doesn't need to. It can't be too big. Let's measure this out first because I don't want it to be much larger than here. Technically, the dock's at an angle. Our boat is not gonna be at an angle. Not this one. So we've got a rough outline here for the boat, and I'm thinking we'll just start like here. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Ooh, 27. It would... Yeah, it's okay if they overlap a little bit, I'm thinking, because this would be like 27 to the base, but then it would probably come up a little, like a block or two. So maybe we go 25. And then we'll go here. I just kind of want to like briefly measure this out. See what we can manage on it. Maybe this becomes a 3. This becomes a 5. Then what would this be? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Does that feel boat-like enough? Maybe more like that. I mean, this is just gonna be like this layer right here, so. A brig, maybe. Oh, I'm not even on full screen, sorry. What other boats do we got on here? That's not in English. Is this in English? A brig of war. I like to look at these two ideas of like how the sails situate, and then we can kind of figure out our own way from there. That's not going to help much. Also, this is just fully just looking at things on Pinterest. Sorry if anything inappropriate comes up. It is how Pinterest do. Perhaps too wide, the boat I was making. I think it was too wide. Yeah, I mean, we could have it that, bring it in a little. My thought is that it would like come up to there, which that might be a little too close. So we might need to shrink all this back in a touch. Well, I took one off the front, so we'd have to take one off here too. So then that could bring you back to here. Yeah. It's a decent starting point. I think I might make this one 5. Maybe. That's a skeleton, not a snowman. Oh. I need to just find a boat to take some inspo off of. Like, I would love to do something like this, but that boat's way too big. This is kind of a cool boat. We basically need to decide if we want like an above level cabin or if we want it to be flat. Like, that guy's probably too small for what we're trying to do. That could be kind of cool. One really slim boat. Yeah. We'll curve it out with shelves and everything. Honestly, I kind of feeling this guy. This guy's kind of cool. That, I think we could make it. We just cut down the number of cannons in the middle. My only worry is that 2 masts on here might very much crowd it. Well, now that we took it all in by 1. Yeah, because that's 23 long. It's 26 long. But we can move it back there by 1. Oh, now it's going to goof all the lighting. I hate that Axiom's been doing this on recent updates. I don't know how to fix it, so it's just goofed. Hello? Maybe relogging will fix? Definitely a 1 mast length. Hang a spinnaker off the bow. Okay, yeah, we'll try that. Let me go back to full screen. Save that thing. I'll relog and then... Ooh. No, that's still a 2 mast. Oh, this guy. There we go. This could work. This guy. That's like a 1 main mast and then just like a little teeny tiny one. And then I think that's the spinnaker thing you're talking about where it goes forward. Just get rid of that thing. We'll try this guy. See what happens. No, it still broke it. Why? What is causing that? If I control Z, no, I'm logged out, so it doesn't. Oh, well, if we use this, it'll fix it. So it just happens to be with the, like... We'll just have him out here, and then if we need to reposition him, we can. Okay. Next step on building boat is I like just place a symmetry marker here. And we're just going to have it flipping. So if I place 1 block here, you can see it places over there. This way we know our whole boat that we're going to be working on is going to be evened out. And I'm thinking for the base, for the underwater areas, I like pale. I like doing pale oak just for the underwater. And then we'll bring it probably a single block above water. and we can figure out just how we're gonna smooth out everything. But underwater, we can't really do much when it comes to stairs. Shelves, we can waterlog, which is great. And then we just need to start figuring out how this is all gonna come together. The back, I believe we wanted to probably come down like decent chunk just straight down. We can have the little propellery thingy off the back. Not a propeller, whatever the heck it's called. The rudder. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, we're gonna Bodie McBoat face this thing up. So that's 7 as the base there. And then if we start just bringing this up ever so smoothly, we can get something like that. I feel like I kind of want this to come down a little bit smoother here. So I think I actually want to do full block here, and then we're gonna full block here, slab back there, and then, oh no, that brings us all the way down. Maybe we slab this, full block, and then that just kind of brings it all the way. I don't know why this has to be only 7, 8, 9. Something like that. The steering thingamabob. Exactly. Thank you for understanding my technical terminology. Technically, off the boat that we're looking at for the inspo, it does just kind of come straight up. Like it's got kind of like a woo, very much an S. But it's actually kind of more like a shoof, and then it's got a whoosh. So maybe, just maybe, use our payload for now, but it would kind of be like a that. Steering thingamabob. Now that's a man who recently earned his boating license. True. Hey, I passed with a 98%. Thank you very much. Okay. I feel like this almost needs to even be more straight up and down based off of the inspo. Kind of like that, to be honest. And then we could trapdoor. I don't know why I went around to the other side. I literally have a thing on here to make it, so I don't have to. This literally is the underwater area that probably, realistically, not many people are ever going to look at. So it's really, really important that I'm doing all this. Yay, nay? Dude, shelves are so nice. I love shelves. They've opened up so many doors for detailing. That's so much easier to make a boat shape when you actually have boat shape things to work with. Let's do this and shelf. This probably also needs to be stair. That could be in there. This might need to be stair and that to shelf. Is it looking boat shaped yet? I think we're getting boat shape. Your shelves can open doors. Mine can just hold stuff. Yeah, my shelves are really talented. You should try getting better shelves. Huh. Now I need to figure out a different color. Not loving how like sharp that is right there. I wish I could do... Can't waterlog a fence gate? Really? Really? Maybe just do something like that. Still is a little sharp. Maybe it's that and that. Hum. Let's try spruce at the top, just shaping it out, and then we can figure out what the heck it is going to look like. Now we got access to signs too, because you can't waterlog signs. So we're getting the big upgrades. And by big upgrades, I mean I am going to be harvesting so many trees to make all these shelves. It's going to be so fun. Not looking forward to it at all. Okay, so the back, looking at the inspo image, kind of comes up here a little bit farther on the whiter bit, but then and this like kind of extends out. It doesn't really seem to have an upper deck that's like much higher, just like a single, I would say a single block up. Wouldn't it be darker on the bottom being in the water? No, so they paint the... This is from my very, very technical boating license class I took a little while ago. The bottom of boats are typically whiter or a lighter color because it's easier to spot when they've capsized. So the dark is typical, or the top is typically a little bit darker or painted or something like that. And you can also tell if a boat is underweight, aka if it's a cargo ship with weight in it, because when it's fully loaded, they paint it up to the water line, wherein it's fully loaded, that's in the water. So this boat here is not fully loaded of cargo. Maybe it's waiting to be loaded up, where that one over there with the birch all the way underwater, that could be fully loaded. So, we can give the lore difference here of this one here is waiting for goods. I'm a smart one. So you better like the stream now. Please. Mathematically speaking. Exactly. Exactly. Maybe I trust fWhip to drive a boat now? Oh, come on. I might drive a little fast sometimes, but I feel like I'm generally a good driver. That is 6. Now it's a funny number. Such a big brain. I'm jealous. Thank you. Is it just boat stream today? We did those 2 houses also. We can use our spruce stairs to smooth this out even a bit further. Or spruce sign, sorry. Let's grab some oak. And our floor line, I feel like I want to put it here, but I don't know if there's the right one. I think this top bit that we've started with this, I think all needs to be up a block. I'm gonna be honest. So we're gonna take all of it and just deal with the lighting glitch. And it's just all gonna go up. At least on the back. I think this in here could. So I want the floor level to be there, but I don't want the floor to be at like the same exact point where they're like walking out, you know? Oh, I'm not on my symmetry tour. My symmetry is ruined. We'll put another shelf right here because I can. And we're doing shelf here. We're doing, I think it's that there. Bam, bam, bam. That gives it a little bit better oomph to it. Because there's definitely, on the inspo pic, there's like an under section of the boat, which we need all the portholes and everything for. So we could still do, probably do this as slabs. This can be the base floor of the boat. And then back here, I do like the idea of raising it up. So I know I literally just placed all of these in, but we're going to get rid of them. Just so that where the captain is at, they can see a little bit better. And then here in the front, where we've also done this, that I think I'm going to raise up this entire front section here too. So let me do that real quick. And then in here, we're going to... This will all be like slab up here, I guess. And we can just like put some cargo embedded into the floor if we need it. Do that, give ourselves a little bit of a difference between the shelf. I think we still need to work on the shaping overall a touch, but I think it's definitely getting better. I want that to be a full block. This is going to be stair now. Some barrows below deck for storage, maybe a ship with a purpose. Yeah. That's the plan. Okay, well, I guess I need those in here. Otherwise, it's going to look real taco in the middle. We could actually just say... This also comes up to here. And I would like it to be like on the sides there is where that... maybe not. Maybe we just have like a little thing in the back. What do we want to use for the post? For now, I'm just going to throw an oak log in. Is this middle of the boat? It feels a little chunky now. Front looks a little short. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we extend the front out a block. We will have, to that point though, before we commit to extending the front out, there will be another, well, we're kind of limited by that, but there will be another mast sticking out here. Probably literally to there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We'll take 2 off of that. I feel like main mast would be off center. Is the main mast off center typically on a boat? Is it more towards the back? I don't know. I've always understood it as main mast is in the middle, but I could very much be wrong on that assumption. We are 24 blocks long now, though, so... I mean, technically, if we go off of that being the middle, we are 1 block sunken back. Move mast back. So the design we're looking at actually has, I think, the main mast more towards the front. So we're looking at this. And then that has a second one on the back. It has that main thingy out there. So the main mast, I think, might actually leach forward. Have a smaller mast in front and a larger one in the back. This one has a larger one in front and a smaller one in the back. Add some waves with glass panes to show that the boat is moving. Nah, this one's at dock. I think it actually would be... I don't know, man. I think we've kind of abandoned all hope of that inspo pick at this point, though, I'll be honest with you. Because that would be there, and then this is kind of like... How many blocks apart is that? 6 blocks? That's kind of like a there. Definitely looks too far forward at that. 5 blocks in between them feels real off, though. Yeah, the sloop has a very forward mast. Okay, so this is officially a sloop. Come on up, buddy. Yeah, I want to clean this front up here some more. I'm not a big fan of how this is looking currently. I think we can extend this out another block, and we're going to have to figure out how that's going to do. But right now, it's not my fave. I think this is coming up also a little too quickly. So maybe we push this back to here. You become a slab. You become a stair. This becomes a shelf sticking out of stair. Full block this guy. Stair here, which means we can get rid of that. Opens it up a bit further. And then this one, instead of being that, is going to become a shelf. This is going to become a stair with a trapdoor under it here. We just need to figure out how to do this transition a little bit smoother. I mean, that could be a hanging sign. And then a shelf. Or not. Oh, that's a trapdoor, not a hanging sign. This is what I meant. But I'm thinking like that goes to here. And then this pale oak shelf becomes a stair. I'm really hoping I've had symmetry on this entire time. Looks like I have. That's great news, because that would have been a pain in the butt to try and recreate. I don't know my boats very well. It's okay. I don't know my boats at all. I was just hoping Blocky was going to be here to yell at me about boats. But Blocky's not here, so... Tay, if you can tell Blocky he missed the boat stream, I'd really appreciate that. It's really his fault that we're struggling. I'm kidding. He's probably doing, like, very important real-life things. Ugh. Real life. We also need to get those little portholes. Those are going to be kind of like a boom, boom, boom. Unfortunately, he has been really busy. Hopefully things calm down soon. For his sake, not mine. Da, 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 da. Honestly, I kind of like those. When you're at dock, you're supposed to air out your vessels. They're just in case there's any. Unless you're actively filling up with gas, or not that they'd be filling with gas here, but if you're not actively filling with gas, you're supposed to be airing out your vessel so that you don't have any fumes in it when you leave, because then that could cause an engine problem and an ignition that you don't want. There's your boat fact. This looks good. Looks good now that the trapdoors are in. Somebody has a dark oak for the mast. I'm kind of thinking strip dark oak could actually be. I also don't know if that spruce is staying. What do we want to do for the spruce? I will extend those all the way down. The ship is sinking. I know, the ship is sinking. Well, let's see this magic. Does it actually... Sorry. What is he thinking about? Why are you thinking so much? Did you know you're a customer at the bar of the Bad Egg? Oh, I did not. I forgot that I went to the bar. Oh, we missed that. Oh, right. Sorry, forgot. We're doing this. I know it's like literally up to the chain on that, so kind of lines up weird, but are we feeling more boat shaped now? I was gonna mention the Bad Egg also. Oh, is that a Hermitcraft thing? Yeah, I was watching a Corrales video a while ago, and I saw that my player head was somewhere out there, and I was like, oh, look at me, there's me. Hey, Jordan, how we doing? Welcome on in. What's the closest wall for this? Honestly. Looks decent. The boat is boating. You're the boat. Thanks, Kex. Wish I could boat like you. Good thing that we did this entire thing on live stream. Okay, so before we get too far into texturing and everything, we need to finish shaping, and that's where I get scared. So the shaping off the back mast, well, let's see. The middle mast is probably going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would be my guess of where we want it to sit. And we'll have it extend. That's 5, so that's 11 blocks long, 11 up, 11 out. And then how many blocks do I have left up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll extend that out so it's 1 skinnier, I guess. And then back here, technically in the inspo, it has like an upper and a lower, but I think we're just going to do the one that's like a... I don't want symmetry on for this. Becca, thank you for the 6 months, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That goes down by 4. Eh, my stuff. And up by 4. Maybe we move that to the other side. A lighting glitch again. Have some polished blackstone surrounded by trapdoors for cannonballs. Yeah, maybe. This is probably a merchant vessel, not a fighting vessel. So this is mostly just for like quarters underneath, not really cannons. You like that more? No, it's a little weird. Not loving the front. Not loving that. Do this. Ah, there we go. That'll work. What do you think is the least best building block? Probably one of glazed terracottas, just because they have so limited use cases. Such limited use cases. You're in Hermitcraft. Cleo added your skin as a customer in a diner. Cleo's the best. Cleo's the GOAT. Let's be honest. We love Cleo. They were so fun. I got to meet Cleo in person when they were out in Seattle for the Hermitcraft Gamers Outreach event. And I'd chatted with Cleo a few times before, like over MCCs and all that stuff. But they were so fun to hang with. I was like, I could easily hang out and just chat with Cleo for a few hours. They were such a cool person. Are such a cool person. Is such a cool person. It's gonna look like a little bit, just a little bit of grime or something. Barnacles and the works, you know. I'm actually floating. I'm not standing. What is the white stuff you've drawn on the water? Is that an Axiom feature? Yeah. It's just the annotation tool. But all it is, it was just supposed to be here for like an outline of the rough idea for a boat, so I can actually erase this one. I don't need that anymore. But yeah, so I've got the others. This guy here. Would Mossy stand out too much? Potentially, but we could try it. We might have to work into the Mossy from some like andesite or something. And if we keep it like here underwater, like way under, we could have like a splotch of it. I think that's okay. Cleo seems like a cool person to hang out with. I think they did teaching before. We went to a cool. Yeah. Cleo was a teacher before. In this area right here, we don't... Oh, just kidding. I do need those blocks. I was going to say, we don't need those. We can get rid of them. Now we, in fact, do need them. On the inside, we can do that just to help smooth out a touch. Back here, I don't know what that's going to look like quite yet. I feel like that's way too far forward to have somebody controlling a rudder. Speaking of which, we have not built a rudder yet. So we can make our rudder pretty simple, just dark oak trapdoors. And some... Let's do dark oak shelf trapdoor. We'll have some dark oak fence gates in here just for connecting things together. And outside of that, let's just bring in some polished deep slate. So we can have our rudder just kind of sticking down from here. And I always like to have them sticking off the side ever so slightly. Oh, just kidding. Can't use that. That won't waterlog. I mean, literally just do something like that for our rudder. It's just a big old square. I do believe typically they come down slightly below the ships. I don't know if I've done that anywhere else, but we're going to do it here. Save the material. Do that. That'll be fine. Are you at a standing desk? No, I'm at a floating desk. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I have a stand desk. I try and stand for at least a few hours a day when I'm at my desk, because otherwise I'm sitting for like 10 hours straight. Black sheep, have a good one if you're still here. Enjoy dinner. Okay. YouTube friends, do me a solid and click the like button if you have not already. We got 1,600 people in here and 544 likes. I believe we can click that up a few more times. Tough. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now for the sides of this. We need something that will work with a shelf. So we are kind of limited to the colors that we have here. I'm kind of enjoying the spruce just from the simplicity of it. And what if, hear me out, I kind of want to try this. I'm just very curious to see what it's going to do. In the inspo picture that we have, there is a strip of blue that just comes all the way across the top as like they painted the top line. I kind of want to see what it would look like if we did that. So I'm thinking we just go back to our symmetries. We're working on both sides at once. We can bring in some buttons here. And then I want to see what it would look like if just this strip around here turned into warped stuff. That's kind of fun. I know it very much is going to tie into the building up above, but I'm okay with that. And then we'll just do bam and bam. So it kind of like is curving its way up. Yeah, I like that. I think that's kind of cool. And maybe here, instead of where we have the buttons, because I'm not a huge fan of the buttons, we can just continue our trapdoors all the way across. And then we can just get kind of like a cool color trim to it. And then for the spruce areas itself, we could bring in some oak log and a little bit of stripped spruce log. And we can see what else is going to come up in this area. Ooh, we could use some decorative barreling. Barreling. And I want to copy these guys so that it's going that way. And then I'm going to do the same with this. So he's going that way. And then I'm also going to do the same with the barrels so that he's going that way. And then we can figure out what the heck this is going to look like. Any tips for making airship? Make ship and then put in air. Actually, I've never made an airship, so I do engineer. I've never made an airship that I'm like, I love this thing. I made airships, but I've never made one that I really loved. Because what we could do here to get some more support bracing is to bring in our barrels. I think that actually looks kind of nice. Back here, we can do a little bit of darkness. We're going to need to change this over to oak wood so we're not showing the bark. And I'm texturing both sides at once. It's fine. We still need to finish the mass and figure out what we're doing for the sails. What color sail do you think we should do? If you had to pick a color of a sail to throw up here. I want to lean towards very much basic colors. Yeah, the Star Trader airship, I do like that one. That one did turn out really well. I'm leaning towards smooth sandstone. Because we have white at the base, so I don't want to just white again. We can't white our whites. There's too much white already. Let's just see what it would look like if we're stacking this up. Oh no, y'all! I kind of dig the smooth sandstone. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's a little messy looking for a sail being rolled up, but it gives so much more character. Could we try from a side angle? Does it look terrible? That's pretty different. Yeah, we won't do that. Kind of looks like linen. That's the goal I'm going for here. Because what we can also do on top of this, if we want more linen, makes it look like they have some stripes on it. This back one, we could just do regular birch planks every other. Yeah. Yeah. Mix in a bit of endstone. I feel like endstone would be too bright. Might be too yellow. Yeah, not a fan. The texture is a little too off. Green section for a rolled up logo. I don't know what color flags we'd put on this. We need to figure out something to hang off the top of those, though. I kind of like that I do just these random colors. We kind of have different, like all of the prismarine, that flag right there. This one, that's the flag of Path. The oxidized copper and prismarine is very much the flag of Path. You'll see it all around the city. The resin is like a new nation that hasn't really ever been founded yet. So we need to figure out what this guy would do. Maybe strip birch instead of planks on the back one. I can do it everywhere except that stair. So I want to keep that stair in there. What we do need to do, is we need to get, I guess instead of this, we would probably want to use bars. So we need to get the stuff from the top to the bottom. I always hate doing this. If I did a smear line from you up to you, oh, you know, I could have done this as like a whole symmetry setup thing. You know what? I'm not gonna make them connect. I'm just gonna have them float. They're gonna be. They're gonna have that air between them. Do we like this, or do we want to use fences? You can use leads for ropes. They unfortunately don't stretch up that high, so we run into an issue with that. I mean, I would love to use chains. Let's try it with chains instead. So if we just copy this guy. I think chains are going to make it look a lot more like a rope. And it's going to not feel so thick. Which I don't know if I like. It feels less connected diagonally. It looks, I think, better straight on, but worse diagonally. The other option... Trapdoors to connect them horizontally. I think we're just going to go with the bars. That's annoying. We'll try those trapdoors to connect horizontally in a sec. I just hate how much visual noise you get out of something like this. But I guess ropes are pretty visually noisy. Let's grab levers. Oh, I'm moving the symmetry. Dang it. Why wouldn't you flip? Oh. Can't activate redstone with symmetry on. That makes sense, actually. That's probably a safety feature right there. Here, though, we want to turn symmetry off. Actually, I can leave it on for now. Probably gonna want this to come down. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Llama fighting something. Who are we fighting? Oh yeah, get that drowned. Beat him up. You got anything good? Nope, nothing. Do you play Minecraft Education? I've actually never tried Education Edition. So I want a ladder of sorts running up the back, but I also feel like I don't want to just like have ladders because they're so bright. So I'm thinking we just kind of give the idea of a ladder in here. We don't actually need to be able to climb it. Just the idea that you can get to the top. New haircut. Yeah, I've been growing it out for a little bit. I got bored of the last one, so I'm just trying it out for a bit. I'm still not sure if I love it or not, or if I'm... Part of me earlier this week was like, I'm just gonna go back to what I had. I'm shaving it all off. So we'll see. Open fence gates as ladders. Trying not to look unk. Ouch, pooch. Ouch. I feel like the fence gates are pretty good. Or not good, sorry, pretty big. I don't know if I said good or big, but they feel big. What specific ladders is a must for Mojang? I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think we need ladders of every wood type. Hanging signs would work for a ladder, but I just don't want them to hang that far off the block. That's my worry right now. Hanging signs honestly would probably work out really well for this stuff on the edge, but that's expensive. Santi Torres, we don't talk politics in here. Feel free to read the rules if you would like to before you talk in chat. Ever since you skipped my earlier renewal message. I'm sorry, I totally missed your earlier one. I didn't... Did you say something? I missed it. I'm so sorry. Technically, you could open that all the way. Ooh, jungle signs. Signs between each could be kind of nice. Did y'all see that? I think it was on the Minecraft subreddit or the Minecraft build subreddit, but somebody made a totem pole with the new cushions and everything, and it looked so cool. They were using cushions, they were using letters and signs, and just everything, dude. Oh, it was so cool. They did such a good job of like bringing like as much. It was like a 5-block tall totem pole, dude, and it was just crammed with details. Ah, it looked awesome. There's a lighting glitch going on again. Been seeing some awesome totem pole builds recently. Yeah, I've never tried making one myself, and part of me feels a little weird making them, but I don't know, it could be cool. I don't know why I'd say it feels weird making them. I feel like you could definitely do it in a way that would just be really, really cool looking. I also feel like for those who aren't aware, in Washington, there's like totem poles everywhere, at least in the Western Washington. Just because there's a huge presence of the Native American tribes and things here. So there's like a lot here for just like in parks and decorations and stuff. And so I don't know. It is a cultural thing, but you can do it at a level of respect that makes it okay. Yeah. Yep. I don't know if this is too far forward, but we're just going to leave it here. We definitely need a way to get down, which we're probably going to just have some ladders for people to get under. We'll have the hatches to burn your hatches, or whatever the heck they say. And there's still a drawing in here. I erased you. Get erased, nerd. Where did I put it? Right there. What was I saying? Ask why we need to verify our phone number when entering fWhip's Discord server. I do not get any of that information, but it's purely a safety thing on our side of it. Cuts down the amount of spam and everything that we get. So if we're worried about like me getting your phone number or anything like that, that's not how it works at all. I don't get any of that information. It basically is just another way of preventing spam accounts from getting into my Discord server, like Jinxie said. When I visited Vancouver, I loved seeing all the indigenous art in the museums there. I was surprised by the craftsmanship beyond it. Really did not fit the stereotype at all. Oh no, the craftsmanship is beautiful. Oh my gosh, some of the indigenous art, like Native American art, is like just, oh my god, it's so pretty. All of the colors and everything, it's just it is absolutely gorgeous. Have fun with your salt, Crazy Chuck. Oh, that's not a candle. Actually, I want to try this out here. Oh, I forgot the candle. Boop, boop. Yeah. I like that. That helps a lot. It was just a little too open in there. Love the style for festival. Is it fun playing modded? When is episode 2 coming? Episode 2 will be out on Thursday. I tried to quickly get a second one out, so they'll be out on Thursday of this week. And then next week is actually a one-off video I've been working on with Barst for a while. If any of y'all heard about that Matcha Minecraft, we decided to do a playthrough of it, so that's going to be out next week. And I had so much fun playing through that, so keep an eye out for that. It'll be out soon. And then after that, we'll probably get back into hardcore video, and then whatchamacallit? Probably trading off between festival and hardcore for a while. As long as that series is like performing well, we're gonna keep that around. I don't know. I typed cow. I saw Cow Lord, I think, type in chat. I don't know. I don't need a cow. I was thinking lantern, and for some reason I typed cow. Thanks, Cow Lord. Hey, Soaring Turtles, welcome on in. You can put me on the boat. Just sink a cow into here. Underneath, I think we just keep with our pale oak planks and just call it good at. Yes, Wandering Trader. Everybody hears you. Don't worry. No, I said everybody hears you. I guess we can design it down here. I don't need to just cheap out and do frog lights only. Do I want to design it down here, though? That's the problem. I really don't. It's really not much space. It would probably be something like... Got a duck under the door to get into the back there. I guess we can put a trap door so we can actually walk through it. This will be like the bunk room. Lighting glitch is bugging me, dude. Triple bunk bed, comfy. Boater life. Which I am so aware of. I guess somehow the rudder needs to be coming back through here. So, oopsies, forgot about that. We're just gonna, what did we do? Polish deep slate? It's just gonna run. Like that. Sure, why not? Nah, I can just be there. We don't want anything touching it, so this will be the back. Cargo will be in this middle area for cargo they're trying to sell or they're just moving around. And then they'll have their other front area right in here. And this is just going to be... water traders, man. They're so freaking noisy. It's going to be like their own food supplies. Is it even spawn-proof? It is spawn-proof out here. Sick. And inside of here, we can have like barrels. Maybe they got some pots. And then, no, then you can't get through there. There we go. That'll work down here. Make sure light levels are all good. You don't want any zomberts spawning inside. But now, for the only time that we'll ever come out here and look down there, it looks like it's full. But according to your waterline logic, it shouldn't be full. True, true, true. I don't care. It's magic. Yeah, the captain just sleeps with the crew. Okay, we'll make it a little less full. Fine, make me save materials. Ugh, guys. Ugh. Do something like that. That's all empty shelves. Yeah, they own their own barrels. They don't have goods in them. Yeah. It's our wandering trader. I'm so sorry. Nobody tell Mog. Okay, so we could move. Oh, what the heck did I do here? I'll probably drain the sponging. Do we like the boat here? We could move it all in by one, and then this wouldn't. We also need the sail off the front, and I also need some connection from there to there. But before we do any of that, how can I do this without goofing everything? Well, we can control Z, so let's see what happens. We're gonna have to do this in two, because if I do anything above here, I need to take it one wider, and I can't because of the dock. So we're gonna take this here. We're gonna take this all the way back. We're gonna take it downtown. It looks like I am unfortunately grabbing the corner there. So I'm gonna have to do this in 3 parts, because we don't want to move that. So we're just gonna grab everything here. We're gonna control X. I'm gonna move it over by a single block. We'll fix that water in a minute. Oh no, because it's everything up here that is not done. Okay, I was like, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, and then we can fill this in. Now that no longer is coming to here, so that's much better. No, I'm not going to send that forward anymore. So we either need to get our chains back, or we need to get our bars. Well, I have my bar, I need my chain. And we would need a line from here to here. Why is that not just creating a straight line? Actually, I think I'm gonna take the chain. I'm gonna copy this and just... Honestly, if I really wanted to be smart about this, I'd be doing this layer. That to there. And we also want to take one from probably here-ish. To here. Does it add much? It's kind of hard to see with everything behind it. Can you please tell me how to get your text pack? I know a little bit, but can you tell me what does it come with also? How can you get your world download? Juan, if for tier 1 members, which I believe you are? I can't see, it just says new member. Join the Discord and you'll get access to the downloads channel after you link your account to Discord, your YouTube account to your Discord through the connections tab. Then you should, within a few hours, get access to a downloads tab in there if you're a tier 1 member, and then you can get the world download and the texture pack in there. My fWhip is such a great builder, my TV wants to show him off. Hey, I'll take it, Pomegranate Overlord. Thank you. Also, Wind Up Skeleton, I think I missed this a bit ago. Thank you so much for the Prime. Also, Talkin', I think I missed you too. Thank you so much for the Prime. That was 40 minutes ago, so if you're still in here, I appreciate it. Use a boat for the bird's nest, and a lead won't render far away, though. Leads can't stretch that far, unfortunately. Probably the best we can get. Looks like on this example here, there's also a line that connects from there all the way back to here, but I think I'm just gonna ignore that. Oh man, my back is so tight. Oh, hello. What goes in between these two? Mushroom stem or white terracotta? Kinda like that in there. Kinda like it. This boat, I'll be honest, the only thing that's goofing with me right now is I'm a little worried that it's too far underwater. Like, I'm a little worried that for the length that we have, the depth is a little too much. When we compare in relation to like this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks underwater, which is a much bigger ship. And we are currently 1, 2, 3, 4.5 blocks underwater. I think the shape is okay, but we could try redoing underneath. What do we think? Oh, I deleted. I'm so sorry. Oh, I deleted here too. The drawing on the water is an Axiom tool. Just woke up to one of these city videos, and I'm heavily digging this city. Welcome in. Hope you had a good sweeps. It might go too deep. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we try and see what we can do. Because we got 2 spaces until we get to the interior. I think we could get rid of all of these. This can be our new middle. Or our new bottom. And that's okay. Oh, I don't have symmetry on. Dang it. Okay, that's cool. This just raises it up by a block, so that honestly might be enough. I think it's okay. Just saw your live after doom scrolling and it made me stop. Wanted to ask if you could have one color get 8 new blocks. You would choose dark purple. If I had to pick a color to get new blocks for it, I honestly, purple or blue would probably be my favorite. Only if of those 8 blocks came with some form of slab and stair and wall. That or green. One of those, blue, purple, and green are always the colors I will pick that Minecraft needs more of. Those colors are lacking so much in this game. Yeah, we'll just leave it as that. That looks okay. Maybe more diorite along the bottom too, to be honest. The back of the bottom being uneven is driving you crazy. Is it uneven? No, it's even. What's different? What's uneven? You mean the back to the front? That's normal. That's supposed to be much more squared. I kind of wish they did something with the lapis block. It's been in game forever. Be cool. A lapis brick would be so cool if they figure out a way to like logic getting, and it has to be the small brick. Like it has to be this. As soon as you answer my question, I got 2 unskippable ads. Oh no, what was your question again? Which, were you the one who would add? Oh yeah, bunny. I would say purple, blue, or green. But lapis getting turned into like bricks. Honestly, lapis just getting the deep slate treatment with all of these. You can basically say this is that one, and we need those of lapis. That would be really cool. I don't think they'd give us a cobbled lapis though, so I don't think that would happen, which is kind of why I would lean more towards like a brick. I think a brick could be really cool. Maybe that would be instead. We wouldn't really need a tile and a brick, so maybe it's just literally just those two, but lapis. Have you tried hanging signs as ropes instead of the copper chains? Was that too big? I think it might be too big, Mr. Mod. Also, that's a lot of hanging signs to get. But I think it might be just too thick. We could try it as the front ones. But I'm also okay with it being kind of a background detail of not really popping too hard. Lapis, to be honest, is one of the most worthless blocks in Minecraft. After your first few hours of gameplay, lapis is really not that important at all anymore. And like I mean that in terms of it's very, very, very easy to completely skip lapis as a block altogether if you think about villager trading. And then even if you don't take villager trading into account, not a fan of that. Now that I did that, I don't like it. But even if you don't take villager trading into account, so you're just going regular enchanting table, lapis is one of those things where once you get enough of it, you're like, yeah, I just never need to mine it ever again. And then there's no worthful use case to it. It's not even like, at least give lapis like a potion, you know? Like lapis could at least be used in some sort of a brewing recipe. Actually, so that it's different, let's do oak. can't go there because that's gonna block the stair. Whatever. That's gonna be our ramp to get onto the boat. It's kind of sad. I really like the block, but you never use it. Yeah. I think I'm happy with the boat. So naturally I'll come back in a little while and completely delete the thing and redo it later. But for now, I'm happy with the boat. Which means we can mark it with an exclamation point. It's wetty. Well, that's crazy. We only have 5 houses left to build before all the houses in this stretch here are ready to go in the hardcore world. That's kind of cool. What other blocks are never actually used? Let's do a scroll. What do I never use? Crimson. Crimson to me is like, Crimson is the only F tier wood in Minecraft. And even at that, it might be D tier, but it's just not good. I tend to not use the cracked stone bricks very often. I don't tend to use any of the cracked things too often because I get annoyed having to make them. Reinforced deep slate, obviously can't use that. Resin is very hit or miss. Sometimes it works really well. Other times it's absolutely useless. So I don't use it much. I'm using it more in New Papyrus. I never use prismarine brick, really. I never use sea lanterns. I couldn't tell you the last time I used a sea lantern. Red nether brick, very, very rarely. Gilded blackstone, I never use. I use these. Quartz, low key. This might be a hot take. I don't like quartz. I don't like any of the quartz blocks. I find these are actually really, really ugly. And maybe not ugly is the right word, but they don't match well with other Minecraft blocks, in my opinion. I find that quartz on its own looks cool, but I don't think quartz actually works well with many other Minecraft blocks. Even let's take our color picker tool, block of quartz, let's drop it in here. So you have calcite, you have strip pale oak, white concrete powder, white wool. And then you look at them in game, that doesn't work at all. 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 Because this is such a weird warm white tone. But then you go to the other warm whites that we have, which is mushroom stem, and you have white terracotta. And even at these, it doesn't work. Like, quartz is one of those that on its own, it's fine, but it doesn't work with anything else in the game. So my hot take, which sounds like apparently isn't that big of a hot take for everybody in chat right now, is quartz is actually a trash block. I don't like quartz. I don't think quartz is a good block in Minecraft. At least when used in modern day building skills. But red sandstone, good. Cinnabar, I really like. Sulfurs, I really like. Basalt, I like a lot. I tend to not use smooth basalt all that much, but I like it. Coppers, obviously, are goated. The wools, I actually don't use wool too often. Mostly because of how vibrant it is. So I'll use white wool, light gray wool, and that's about it. Maybe some brown wool. But outside of those, I don't really tend to use anything other than you turn them into banners. Terracottas, I like to use terracottas. I don't tend to use too much of them. The black terracotta and the gray terracotta, I don't really use at all. Brown, I use a decent amount. Regular terracotta, white, light gray. Pink, I like. Cyan is good. Light blue is good. Blue is good. Red is good. Orange is good. Yellow is good. The green, lime, and those are not my favorite. Mostly because they just don't have anything to work with because we don't have enough greens in the game. Concretes, I don't use any concrete. I will very rarely I'll use some like the yellow, but I mostly use concrete powders. Glazed terracottas. I use pretty much everyone except black glazed terracotta because I don't typically go that dark and also counter, like, add red to it. I don't use the cyan because I think the creeper face is too much on it. Blue I tend to not use too much because it just doesn't look that great. Purple I don't use much. Magenta I probably don't use at all. The rest of them I use. Glass I use pretty much all of them if it makes sense. And that's... I mean, all of these are good. I don't build with ice too much. All of these I like. They're all pretty good. Ooh, I don't use glowstone. Glowstone and shroom lights, I don't use either of them. They're both trash. Warp block, also trash. Warped warp block, or nether warp block, trash. Warped warp block is decent. I use all of these. I wish I could use these more, the live ones, but they're so hard to keep alive. I don't tend to use regular resin. I only use resin brick. The rest of these, I don't really use slime or honey for building, but I'll use it in things. Bee's nest I don't really use for building, but I like them. Sponges are cool for building, but they're too painful against survival, so don't use it. Skulk I tend to not use too much. And then obviously all of these are used pretty heavily for different things as we're going throughout. Even a lot of the redstone things can be used for building nowadays, which is fun. Never liked glowstone. I see people spam it all over. I never liked it. People used to spam it just because it was a full block for a light source, and it was like the original. But no, I really don't like the look of glowstone. Horrible is a strong word. Nah, I stand by what I said on most of those. There seems to never be a light source that fits my project. I literally just use candles and lanterns. And if I'm trying to light up an area with being as lag friendly as possible, I use frog lights because it's the easiest to get. Too bad it's the only block I refuse to use. That's it. Magenta glazed terracotta is one of those that's like, one day I'll find a spot where I'm like, it's time. This is where it fits. And until that day, it does not exist. Actually, I'll use a little bit of it here and there in the cyberpunk city. I will say that. Actually, let's do jungle so we can get a little bit of color variation here. And figure out what I'm doing here, because this can't stay as is. Guess we can just do that. I mean, I have some leaves here. Leaves. I guess I need to also do the mud. That'll work. Nothing should be able to spawn in there because it's a 1.5 block. Small boat in there. Just a Minecraft boat. I was about to type Minecraft boat. That's boat. Kind of like it. Put a torch flower. I'll do a random torch flower. Why not? Nope. Too much. You can have one. One torch flower for you. Tips for a harbor city build like the ones in Path. Marcel, I just say just watch the stream, dude. This stream alone, we built these 2 buildings and then we built the boat. So if you're looking for tips on stuff that I'm building in here, we've been streaming it for the last few hours. visually watching it all happen and come together is gonna be a lot more helpful for you probably than me explaining things. You need to replace the grass there with the path. Oh, up top. Or... Nah. Path is all about incorporating greenery in everything we do. I think we'll do that. Honestly, I might also do that. Yep, I like it. I don't know what I want to do in here yet. Honestly, one just being like open. But maybe there's like a... do that. That adds more variation to the city. Not everything needs to be crammed full of stuff. Some places will be empty. Speaking of which, I've still got empty. I think those, yeah, we did those guys. Let me just add some frog lights in here because I will recognize those next time I'm working. I've been like, hey, come here and do this stuff, dummy. You got things to do. You ain't done yet. Could be like small customs office or dock office type of thing. I feel like they would have an actual building for that more so than just like a hole in the wall. Those are more designed for like storage to be in. I remember you saying something about inspiration from European architecture. What European country do you like the architecture the most from? Honestly, I couldn't tell you where a lot of the inspo comes from. I would say from the bit of traveling I've done, a lot of the architecture in Italy is absolutely gorgeous, but that's definitely more Mediterranean themed than we have in here, so that's hard to take in. But I want to use, because my wife and I did our honeymoon in Italy, and I want to use a lot of the architecture and stuff that I saw in Tuscany for inspiration for this region of the world. We're gonna build up eventually. We've got these two things in here so far, but eventually I want to transform the village into more Mediterranean things. And outside of that, absolutely loved walking around Amsterdam. Amsterdam's such a cool city. How many days in your hardcore survival world? We're nearing it on 14,000. But I think on that note, my friends, we've been going for over 3 hours. So feels rather Dutch for some reason in Path. Not intentionally, but potentially there could be stuff. I've kind of taken inspiration from, this is very much an amalgamation. Well, the Mediterranean village eventually be a full city. I want it to be like a walled village eventually. So we'll see where it turns into. But my friends, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so very much for hanging today. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all been absolutely amazing. Thank you for being here. We will be back on Wednesday with another live stream. I don't know what we're doing quite yet. We'll either be on here or we'll be on Festival. But we'll see. We got 4 more buildings to wrap up in the latest expansion of Path and the final city expansion. Knock on wood. If I do that, my dog's gonna start barking. But thank y'all so much for being here, my friends. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.